Hey everybody, today is Monday, December 25th, 2023. Merry Christmas, everybody. So what have I been spending my Christmas doing? Well, I got up bright and early in the morning, opened Christmas presents with my son. He was very excited, got a whole lot of awesome stuff, including a whole bunch of video games, which I've been spending the morning playing with him. Lots of Mario games for his Nintendo Switch. So that's been fun, but now comes the real fun of the day. I have to spend the rest of the day packing up Vanabelle because come tomorrow, I head down on the very, very long drive to Florida once again to bring more stuff down. I have the rest of my center shelving to bring down, the Atlantic bookshelves. I have the rest of those to bring down. Then those will all be down there. I have just boxes and boxes and bins full of movies that have to be taken down. I have filled so many boxes and bins with movies over the last couple of weeks. I'm not entirely sure if they're all going to fit in here. So far, I've done well. So far, every time I have a boatload of stuff, it fits into the truck. It becomes a truckload of stuff and it fits into the truck. This time around, I may have bitten off more than I can chew. I'm not entirely sure. We're going to find out if everything that I have packed up fits in the van or not. I'm really hoping the answer is yes, it does. Because if it doesn't, I mean, I'll just have to bring it down at a later date and time. But I really want to try to get as much stuff down on each trip as I possibly can. And if I can get all that stuff down, I'll be pretty happy. So that's what I'm spending my Christmas doing. I've done all my family stuff. I've opened presents. I've sat down. I've played video games with my son, and now the rest of the day will consist of me packing up the van. Well, not the rest of the day. The next maybe hour or two, probably 2-3 hours actually, will probably consist of me loading up the van because everything has to be carried out of the basement, brought upstairs, put into the van. And then after that, I don't know, probably gonna eat some dinner, and I'm thinking movies just the rest of the evening. I'll probably just play it easy, probably watch some movies, although I do have to do laundry and pack clothes. There's a lot of chores to be done. I'm spending Christmas doing chores. So, all right, anyway, let's go start packing up the van and see if I can get everything that I have packed up into the van. Wish me luck. Okay, so these are all the boxes and bins I have packed up with movies that all have to come down to Florida. As you can see, they're all full of things like Disney titles and anime titles, and honestly, I don't even remember what else I packed up. There's other stuff packed up as well, other categories, genres of movies that are also packed up. But all of these hopefully will fit in the van because I really want all of these to come down. I also want to get all these Atlantic bookshelves down, not the ones back there, but all of these right here. I got Christmas presents for Max and Danielle that have to be put into the van. So there's a lot to be put into the van. But in theory, if I put my Tetris skills to the test, if my Tetris skills are up for the challenge, and my Tetris skills are up to the task, if all those years of playing Tetris work out for me, is what I'm trying to say, I will be able to fit all of this into the van. I think in theory it should be doable. It might take a couple times of me moving stuff around and repiling stuff and reconfiguring things. But in theory, I should be able to fit every single thing here into the van. And maybe even possibly, if I'm lucky, I can fit more. Because I would not mind bringing down some of the box sets or maybe some of my players that are over there, or just other random things. Basically, what I've been doing is every single trip, as much stuff as I can fit, I cram in there. If I have a little extra little nook, I'm like, okay, I can fit, a couple box sets or something in that little nook. I've just been filling every single last bit of space in the van, with the exception of the front seat. I mean, I've been filling the leg room of the front seat. I've been filling that with stuff, but the front seat I keep open because I put food and stuff on there while I'm driving, and I have to leave a little space on the bed for me to sleep at night on the way down there. Other than that, I've been filling up the entire van. I took the third seat out. I've been putting stuff there. The bed, half the bed has been getting filled with stuff. So I think, I don't know, I'm going to, knock on wood, I'm going to tell myself I can get more than this in the van. I know that's wishful thinking, but I'm gonna try. I'm sure to most of you, the van probably looks just fine, but to me, it's a complete disaster. It needs to be swept out. The floors need to be cleaned. There's all kinds of just things lying around, and I don't know. To me, the van's a mess. Every time, even if I was just using the van to drive from like one place to another, I would always sweep out the van. The van would always be swept out. It'd be clean. It'd be in pristine condition. Having the van even like slightly dirty and like unvacuumed and unswept and unmopped, it drives me nuts. I mean, look at the bed. It's a disaster. I hate it. I'm a place for everything and everything in its place kind of guy. I like things to be swept and vacuumed and just nice and neat looking. And it's not like that right now. It's a mess in here and it drives me nuts. But on the other hand, I don't really see the point in sweeping everything out and making everything look nice, because I'm just going to load it with shelves and stuff. It's going to get dirty again. It's not going to stay clean. Like, this is just from loading and unloading and putting dirty things, dirty bins in here and stuff. It's just going to get dirty again. So cleaning is completely pointless until I'm done moving, or I'm actually going to take this on a vacation where we're using it as a camper. It's just kind of pointless to really do any cleaning. So I'm not going to, but I don't like it. It's bugging me. But all right, I'm gonna at least make the bed, because I don't know. It needs to be made. I'm gonna do a little bit of straightening, because otherwise it's gonna get to me. But then we're gonna junk it up by just putting all kinds of crap in there. It still needs to be vacuumed and swept and whatnot, but it's a little better now. I at least made the bed, put some things away, so now I can pile stuff up here. I do have to leave space up there to sleep and a little crawl area. I know I could technically put all this stuff kind of against all that, but I don't want to ruin the TV. I kind of try to keep stuff so it's not against the TV. So I kind of see more over that way. It's not fun. I have to crawl in through the back of the van when I want to sleep at night. I'm sure it looks ridiculous, a guy crawling out of the back of his van at the rest areas, but it is what it is. Anyway, things are looking a little bit nicer now. Things are a little bit more straightened up. All right, so first things first, the Atlantic bookshelves. It's the last of them. Once those are in here, they're all down to Florida. I use 4, 8, 9, 10, 12? I use 12 of them. I have 12 bookshelves. I used to have more. Gave or sold some of them off to a friend, but I use 12 of them. So most of them are down there. I got like 4 more to go until they're all down. I've been putting movies on them as they've been brought down there. So, all right, I got to carry them all up from the basement, put them in the van. Thankfully, they do come apart in 2 sections. You have to kind of unscrew some things and take some nails out, but they do come apart, and that's how I've been transporting them down, because they're way too tall to actually fit in the van. But all right, so again, as you can see, they do come apart in two sections, but I have 8 of these sections to bring up. Just this alone takes a while. At least they're not very heavy. So the shelves are actually, again, not all that heavy, but carrying them all the way up the stairs and out to the van, they do get a little heavy after you've been holding them in your hands for like a minute or so. I think I actually have another way. I want to try to load these shelves into the van. So I've been bringing them in sections, like just the bottom section, top section, bottom section, top section. But I'm thinking if I bring all the bottom sections first and the next bottom section I put in upside down, I can technically make more space, because I can make 4 bottom sections take up only the space of 2 if I put them in that way. We're gonna try that. I'm gonna go get all the bottom sections first. Yeah, that actually ended up working out perfectly. If I put one on top of the other, they kind of like interlock with each other, and it only takes up the space of one shelf instead of 2 shelves. Kind of wish I would have thought about that the last like 3 times I brought shelves down, but Anyway, it is what it is. At least I'm thinking of it now. So, all right, that'll save a little bit of space. Maybe just that little bit of space can get a couple more extra bins of movies into the van. That's what I'm thinking. All right, I know I'm stalling. I got so many more shelves to carry upstairs. You know, honestly, again, the shelves aren't that bad. It's the movies I'm dreading. You wouldn't think, you pick up a couple movies, they don't weigh that much. You put like 50 or 60 or however many fit in a bin, they weigh a lot. I am not looking forward to carrying those up the stairs. That's gonna be the worst. And there are way more bins than there are shelves. Again, something I'm really not looking forward to. And with that, the hoodie has come off. I'm starting to break a sweat now. So I guess while I'm stalling, I might as well point out the fact that I've gone through all the movies here in my to watch pile. This is all the stuff that during my library purge a couple of years ago, when I went through my entire collection, pulled out all the movies I knew I was either going to never watch again, and take all that stuff and take it to the video game movie dome to trade in towards store credit for more movies. I did that, but I also pulled out a whole bunch of stuff that I knew I wanted to watch first before I decided as to whether or not it was going into my collection. Movies I was actually very much intrigued by. Movies I really wanted to either, watch or rewatch before I make a decision. And I took all that stuff and put it into a giant pile over here on the workbench. So yesterday, I went through everything and dwindled the pile down a little bit more because all this stuff also has to go to Florida. And there's just so much of it. So I took some more stuff out of the pile. This is all stuff that is going to end up going to the video game movie dome to get traded in towards store credit. But this is all the stuff I'm still holding on to. All the titles I either need to watch for the first time or rewatch to decide as to whether or not I'm keeping them or not keeping them. And again, I know there's a lot of good stuff here. I'm sure many of you are yelling at your screen right now telling me, oh my gosh, that movie's amazing. This movie's amazing. Why have you not watched this? Why have you not watched that? You got to watch this. Again, some of this stuff I have actually seen. I just want to rewatch because I can't remember what my actual thoughts on it were. Did I really like it enough to keep it? Did I not? I wasn't quite sure. So, yeah, I have to get around to actually just watching and or rewatching all of this. But at least I've dwindled the pile down a little bit more. It's not quite as gigantic as it was last time. And I am getting rid of some things I know I do want to watch. But again, I so much to watch first. When will I get around to watching Boomtown? I mean, it looks fantastic. It looks amazing. I'm sure this is a great movie. But you know what? Somewhere else down the line, if I come across this again at a flea market or thrift store, I'll rebuy it. And then I'll watch it that night. And then I'll make my decision right then and there. For now, let's just trade it in towards store credit and pick up some movies I know I actually do want to have in my collection. So the pile is still, again, quite large. All of this at some point has to go down to Florida, but at least the pile isn't as large as it used to be. But okay, anyway, enough dilly-dallying. I do have to take the rest of these shelves upstairs, and then again all the movies as well. I think they're all gonna fit. Okay, so I do have to put a hold on the shelves for a moment because I just realized if I keep putting them into the van, I won't really be able to fit anything back here. So I guess with that being said, I have to start bringing up movies to pile up right there, and then I can start putting the rest of the shelves in. I only have two more sections of shelves to go in, so I'll still have plenty of room over here as well. But if I put those two more sections in, I won't really be able to cram anything in there without like having to bring it up over the bed, and that would be a giant pain in the butt. So all right, shelves are being put on hold. Movies are going to start coming up now. Thankfully, it's a nice day out. It's a beautiful Christmas day today. I think it's going to be like in the 50s or something, which for Pennsylvania is quite nice. I'm okay right now being out here without a hoodie. I mean, I wouldn't want to be just walking around without a jacket on or something, but while doing strenuous work, feels pretty good out here at the moment. So I lucked out. Great, beautiful day for loading up a van. But all right, let's go get the beginnings of the movies. Okay, yeah. So I completely forgot what genres and categories of movies I was bringing down with me. I remembered Disney, I remembered anime, but could not remember what else I was bringing. Looks like it's some VHS clamshells, music, all my CDs. Those are coming down. So yeah, looks like CD sets, CDs, music, VHS clamshells, and I'm not sure what else. I think that might be about it. I think most of this actually is anime and Disney, but I had some stuff on the other shelves that still needed to come down. I think maybe miscellaneous is also packed up as well, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, but again, it's mostly Disney. It's mostly anime. I wanted to make sure those at least got down. I don't know what I'm doing next. Like the next trip, I don't know, comedy, animation, horror. I have no idea. What I do know is getting it down there in the next 3 months, probably not going to happen in the amount of trips I'm going to take. So kind of hoping maybe my brother will let me store some of this stuff at his house. And then when I come back up, occasionally I can grab some of that stuff and bring it back down. That's what I'm hoping. I really want to avoid renting a U-Haul. I mean, if I have to, I have to. But I would really like to not have to do that. All right, so I've been going up and down the stairs now for the past hour or so, and I am beat. I'm covered in all kinds of dust and grime and sweat and just disgustingness right now. The hat and the glasses have come off, which means I'm getting really serious now. But the good news is I honestly think everything I have left will fit into the van. I'm on a roll, and what I have left, it looks like will probably fit in here. So that's good. And then in theory, I can probably get some box sets, maybe some players, some other little things I have here and there, probably in here as well. So I should be able to get a lot of stuff in here, which is awesome. I have to get the rest of it in here now. I think I learned a lesson though, and that lesson is next time I'm going to just start bringing bins up. Like as I fill them, I'm going to start bringing them upstairs every time I come upstairs. That way I'm only bringing one bin up at a time here and there, as opposed to 100 bins all in the span of like 2 hours, because that's kind of insane. It's making me quite tired. So, all right, again, I am on a roll. Everything's going smoothly. Everything's fitting in the van, but I do still have a couple more bins of movies, and then who knows what else to stick in here. This will probably take a little bit longer than I had anticipated, but it is what it is. Everything's fitting. I think it's all going to fit. We've had our first casualty of the day, but I'm okay. Anyway, so the good news is I'm pretty much done bringing all my boxes and bins up. I will admit, though, 3 bins are not going to make it. I guess I was being a little bit too optimistic, thinking that everything was going to fit. My bins of miscellaneous titles, so box sets and movies that don't really fit in any specific genre, those are going to have to stay and come down with me next time. They are not going to fit in here. But the good news is I do still have some room for some smaller items under the bed. And over here, I have some room as well next to these bins and on top of these bins. So I'm thinking some players, some box sets, other random things I have to bring down. That kind of stuff will fit. So again, 3 bins are not going to make it, but I do have room for some other smaller items. So that is good. And also the fact that all my carrying of giant boxes and bins is over and done with, because I am dying right now. So I'm gonna go get something to drink, and then I guess I'm gonna start grabbing box sets and players, because I mean I'm not gonna let this room go to waste. That stuff does have to come at some point, and I guess it's gonna come now. So all right, yeah, that's gonna be the next thing I'm gonna work on. Shoot. So now that I'm back down in the library, I'm again not gonna take these bins with me this time, but I'm realizing I do still have to take the packages. Max's package here, not such a big deal. Danielle's package, on the other hand, that I gotta find somewhere to put. I don't know. And this tub right here is also full of just miscellaneous things. This tub I also have to bring with me. All that stuff in there I need to bring down. So I'm thinking the front seat might actually end up getting taken up by that. That stuff has to come. So I guess I'll stick that in the front seat, and then I don't know what I'm gonna do with the presents. I'm not entirely sure, but they do have to come. So before I start diving into box sets and diving into players, I'm gonna figure this out first. All right, so that took longer than I had anticipated. In fact, the sun has already set. I've been doing this for a while now, but I'm pretty sure I'm just about done. As you can see, this fan is completely filled. I got some box sets and all my players thrown in here. The only players I did not take with me were my VHS DVD combo and my 4K player. Everything else has been packed up and crammed in here. So I think that's it. I think I'm good. This is probably the most crazy I have packed the van yet. I know I say that every single time I pack the van, but I honestly think there's more in here this time than there even was the last couple of times. It's insane how much stuff I got packed into this van, and I'm pretty sure it's all packed in a way that nothing's going to slide or fall over or anything. It's all staying in here. It's not going anywhere, no matter how many turns I take or if I have to suddenly stop. It should all stay in place. So, all right, I'm tired. It's getting late. The sun has already set. I need some dinner, some Christmas dinner. I do have a couple other little pockets here. I might be able to fit some stuff in. Maybe I'll quickly do that, but otherwise, I'm done for the day. So, all right, guys, with that, I know, kind of a weird video, but it's what I spent my Christmas doing. I spent my Christmas, well, again, opening presents, playing with my son, and then hours upon hours packing up a van, but it had to be done because tomorrow I leave to head back down to Florida. The worst part about that is I have to unload this all once I get down there. And by unload, I don't just mean take the tubs out and pile them somewhere. I have to take the tubs out and take all the movies out of the tubs because I need to bring all these tubs back home so that I can refill them with more movies. So it's going to be like 2 days probably of me unpacking the van once I get down there. It's going to be nuts. Whatever it took me to put all this stuff in here, it's going to take me at least twice as long to take it all out and get it all situated and where it needs to go. It's nuts, but you know what? Worth it. Eventually, I'll have an awesome and amazing library down there. I'll be settled in down there. All my stuff will be down there. When that happens, it'll be completely worth it. But for now, it's insane. But all right, guys. Oh, I need some water. So with that, we are done. So again, weird video, I know, but like I said, this is what I spent my Christmas doing. Leave comments down below. Let me know how your Christmas was. Let me know what you spent your Christmas doing. If it was packing a van, let me know. But all right, guys, with that, we are done. So as always, thank you all so much for checking out this video. Be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Check down below for links to Patreon. If you guys do become a patron, I will send you a postcard every single month from the road. Also check down below for a link to Spreadshirt where you can grab yourself retro Rest Stop t-shirts. Proceeds both from Spreadshirt and from Patreon to help support the show. And they do keep the show going, so I really do appreciate the support. And if you guys watch this video all the way until the very end, hashtag Christmas packing. Hashtag Christmas packing. If you guys watch this video all the way until the very end. But all right, guys, again, that's going to do it. So like I said, thanks for watching. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. And if you do hit that subscribe button or you are subscribed, then I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.